What's up guys, this is Masi. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you how to name organic acids. So in here you see the general formula of organic acids. So we have alkyl group or aryl group. It connects to the carbonyl group, and we have hydroxy group as well. So basically whenever you see this functional group, it means that you are dealing with an organic acid. So that's the general formula of organic acids. In case you want to show it in condensed form, you can use RCOOH or RCO2H. So all of them are the same. All of them are showing the general formula of organic acids, but these two format is the condensed form. Let's see how to name these organic acids. In organic acids, all these acids is going to end with oic acids. That's how you name it. For example, here I'm going to count the number of carbon atoms on the main branch. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So we are dealing with propane, but this propane, instead of hydrogen, connects to oxygen and hydroxy group. So it means that we are dealing with organic acid, and we call it Pentanoic acid. So basically this is the name of this chemical. Next one, we have another acid. As you see here, we have double bond with oxygen and hydroxy group. So we need to start numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It means that we are dealing with hexanoic acid. On this one, as you see here, we have a branch. We have methyl group. We need to start numbering, and we need to start numbering always from this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 4 methyl pentanoic acid. That's going to be the name of this organic compound. 4-methyl pentanoic acid. For this chemical, we are dealing with acid again. As you see here, oxygen and hydroxy group. We start numbering from this side. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, acid group is going to be always the most prior one, so we start numbering from the acid group. The difference here, we have a double bond here. So instead of having, how many carbon we have? We have 5 carbon in total. So instead of having pentanoic acid, we're going to have pentanoic acid. It means that instead of A, we are dealing with E, pentanoic acid. How do you show the location of this double bond? We're going to put this 3 just in front of it. So it's going to be 3 pentanoic acid. Next one, again, we are dealing with an acid. Start numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here we have this functional group. As you learned in other videos, we call this one oxo. So we have 3 oxo. How many carbon we have? We have 5 carbon. Pentanoic acid. This one in here, we have acid group, we have amino group, and we have ethoxy. Because it's ethyl and oxygen, it's going to be ethoxy. So again, we start numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's 2 amino, 5 ethoxy. Which one comes first? Amino starts with A, ethoxy starts with E. So we need to start numbering with 2 amino, 5 ethoxy, pentanoic acid. This one we have another acid. Start numbering. That's going to be the number 1. This one is going to be number 2. So we are dealing with, here we have chloro. So we can call it chloroacetic acid. Or you can say chloroethanoic acid, but chloroacetic acid is more common. Next one here, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have bromo here, so it's going to be 2 bromo butanoic acid. That's the name of this compound. What about this molecule? This is the smallest organic acid, and that's one of the smallest organic molecule, and we call it formic acid. Comes from methane, so we call it formic acid. Then the next one is going to be this one that's coming from ethane. We have 2 carbons, and we call it ethanoic acid, which we can also call it acetic acid. Next one, we have again an acid in here. We have a branch here, and we have cyclohexane connected to this carbon here. So start numbering has to start from here, 1, 2, 3. So we call it 2. This group is cyclohexyl. So we have cyclohexyl, propanoic acid. This molecule we have double bond acid, and here in this case we have phenyl group. So gonna start numbering 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna have 3 phenyl, 2 propanoic acid. Use 2 to show the location of this double bond, and we have propanoic acid, E here, because we are dealing with a double bond. Here we can have 2 different isomers. Why? Because the location of these 2 is really important. If they are in opposite sides, we call it E isomer. So we need to put E in front of this. Or we can say is trans 3-phenyl 2-propanoic acid. It's called trans or E isomer. If we have these 2 on this side or on the other side, we call it Z isomer or Z isomer, or sometimes called cis, CIS. Next one, we have this molecule here. Again, we have acidic group. Start numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 4-methyl. How many carbons? We have 6 carbons, so we are dealing with hexanoic acid. But since we have double bond, it's going to be hexenoic acid, and the location is 3. So it's going to be 3-hexenoic acid. And we need to make sure that we report the type of isomer. Since they are in 2 opposite sides, it's going to be E isomer or trans isomer. You can also say that E4-methyl hex 3-enoic acid. This is another type of IUPAC naming. Hex 3-enoic acid. Next one. In this chemical now, we need to start number from here because we have acid group 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have phenyl group in here, and we have 2, the location of the double bond, and we have 4 carbon in total. So it's going to be 4 phenyl, 2 butanoic acid. 4 phenyl because of the location of this benzene group, 2 location of this double bond, butanoic because we have E because we have double bond, and we need to make sure that we have cis in front. Why? Because these 2 groups on the same side. Or we can say Z for phenyl 2 butanoic acid. That's another name for this compound. This molecule, we have 2 different isomers. In one, you can see this carboxylic group in here and methyl group on the other side, 2 different sides. And here you can see these 2 groups are on the same side. So one of them, like this, is going to be cis or Z isomer. And this one, since they are on the 2 opposite direction, we call it trans or E isomer. And both of them are, let's say, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to be 2 butanoic acid. 2 butanoic acid. This one is going to be trans, or you call it E. This one you call it Z or cis, because they are on the same side. Now let's see how to name this organic compound. See this carboxylic group, we need to start numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go this way, or we need to go this way because we have 2 carbons here. So obviously we need to select this one, 5 and 6. So we have 6 carbons in total. And we have 3 methyl and 4 methyl here, both of them on the same side, so it means that we are dealing with Z isomer. So we have Z 3 and 4 dimethyl three hexenoic acid, or you can say Z 3 and 4 dimethyl hex 3 enoic acid, or you can call it cis. Next one. This one we have cyclohexane, and it's connected to the carboxylic group, so we call it cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Next one, we have carboxylic acids connects to this cyclohexane, and we have bromo and methylene here. So start numbering from here. We need to go this way because these branches get the smaller number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 2 bromo, 4 methyl, cyclohexane carboxylic acid. That's the name of this organic compound. In order to name this organic compound, we need to start from here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter which way you go because here we have 2, 3, 4 as well. So it's going to be 4 hydroxy cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Next one, it's going to be 1 and 2. When we name it, it's going to be 1 cyclo, because we have 5, it's going to be cyclopentene carboxylic acid. So because we have 5 carbon, we have cyclopentene carboxylic acid. For naming this organic compound, we need to start numbering from this side. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3. So it means that we have 3 and 3 dimethyl cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Next one, we are dealing with aromatic ring connects to the carboxylic group. This one is very famous and is called benzoic acid. So whenever benzene is connected to the carboxylic acid, we call it benzoic acid. We can also show it like that, benzoic acid. That's exactly the same as the other one. But if you have something like, let's say CH3 in here, we can call it 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter. We can say 4 methyl benzoic acid, or we can say para methyl benzoic acid. This one, again, we need to start numbering from here. 1, should we go this side or the other side? If we go this side, it's going to be 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4. If we go that side, it's going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's better to start numbering this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 3 methoxy and 4 hydroxy. So we need to start with hydroxy because it comes first in alphabetic order. So we have 5 hydroxy, 3 methoxy, benzoic acid. In this chemical, we have 2 carboxylic acids group. So it's going to be 1 and this one is going to be 2. So it's going to be 1 and 2 benzene dicarboxylic acid, which we also call it phthalic acid. So family of phthalates coming from this phthalic acid. Next one is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or if we number from the other side, it's going to be 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 nitro benzoic acid. Or we can say para nitro benzoic acid. Next one is going to be 1 and 2. So it's going to be 2 hydroxy benzoic acid, or we call it ortho or O hydroxy benzoic acid. this chemical, it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. So we have 2 and 3 dinitro benzoic acid. Next one, we have acetic acid, and we have, but in this case we have 2 carboxylic acids. So this is not acetic acid, but we call it ethane dioic acid, or the most common name is going to be oxalic acid. It is common to call it oxalic acid. Next one, we have 3 carbons, and we have 2 carboxylic acids from both sides. It's going to be propane dioic acid, or we call it malonic acid. In this one we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 carbon, and we have 2 carboxylic groups. It's gonna be butane dienic acid, because we have 2 carboxylic acid. Next one is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one we should start numbering? We need to start numbering from this side. Why? Because this one gets smaller number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And here we have ethyl group, and here we have methyl group. So it's going to be 3 ethyl. Ethyl comes first. 2 methyl. Hexadionic acid. That's the name of this organic compound. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can have access to many other videos regarding chemistry and math. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.